Today what we're going to do is we're going to look at our word problems again. Yesterday we worked on one type, which was cost and count. And today what we're going to do is we're going to look at perimeter. Now the key with perimeter is that you do draw a picture, right? And you still follow the same steps that you did the last word problem, the 5-step process. Where you read the problem, you define your variables, you come up with 2 equations, you solve it, and then you make sure you answer the question. So first of all, a rectangle is a perimeter of 60 inches, and its width is 5 times more than its length. Write and solve a system of linear equations to find the length and the width of the rectangle, and of course it says hint, use a picture. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture of a rectangle. Step 1 was to read it. So I know I got to find the perimeter, and I know that I'm dealing with a rectangle. Right? The second step now is going to be to divide my variables. So I'm going to let W equal the width, and I'm going to let L equal the length. And I do want you to define these every time you use them, because some people use X, some people use Y, some people use L, some people use W, and they have to know what you're dealing with. All right? So I defined my variables. Now I'm going to come up with 2 equations. One equation is always the one we use for perimeter. It's P equals length plus width plus length plus W. Now you could also use P equals 2L plus 2W. They are the same equation. So it kind of depends on what you're solving and how you're solving it. Today what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to use the first one for this particular situation. In your homework, you can use either one. So I'm going to use this formula, and it's always perimeter, because remember, perimeter is the rim. It's the outside part of your shape. And now I'm going to take a look at my rectangle. And I've got one side that's the length, one side that's the width, one side that's the width, and the other side that's the length. Okay? Now, I know in the readings, it said that the width is a key word. It means equals. So I know that the width it says 5 times. Okay? So I'm going to come over here, and where it says W, I'm going to go 5 times the length. So it's going to be 5L. And this over here is also 5L, because it's 5 times the length. Okay? So that's my second equation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this equation with perimeter, I'm going to take out the P, and I'm going to put in 60, because it's 60 inches. So 60 equals, right, I'm going to leave my L, and I'm going to go plus. Now, this is where the substitution comes in. W is also 5L. This W is 5L. So I'm going to take 5L, and I'm going to plug it in to my W. And so my equation then would read L plus 5L plus L plus 5L. Notice that I'm substituting it in, right? So then what I do is I combine my like terms. So I've got 60 equals 12L. I'm going to divide by 12, and my length is 5. And 5 what? Well, it said that it was in inches, so 5 inches. So I now found my length. I need to find my width, and you'll remember that at the beginning on my rectangle, I said the width was 5W, or 5L. So I'm going to go W equals 5L. W equals 5 times 5, because I took the L and I put in 5. W then is 25 inches. So I need to take a look at my original equation or problem. It said write and solve a system of linear equations to find the length and the width. And I did find the length. The length is 5 inches and the width is 25 inches. Now, there is also a handout in Schoology that I have ready for you. It's about 6 problems with perimeter. Make sure that you do those. There's also 2 more problems in the worksheet that I gave you the other day. If you have questions, please make sure that you come and see me or email me.